Electric vehicles have taken the world by storm. Sales have steadily inclined over the past decade, and throughout the past few years, we've really seen a jump. More and more companies are entering the ring of manufacturing these vehicles, making them cheaper and more available to the general public. So today, I'm here to discuss with you both the positives and negatives of owning an electric vehicle, so you can decide if you potentially would purchase one yourself. First off, the main thing that people think about when they think about electric vehicles are, well, the electric motor and the reduced emissions that come along with that. Since there is no combustion required with an electric motor, it means there's no fuel needed, meaning there's no byproduct of that fuel, whether it be nitrous oxides, sulfur oxides, or carbon dioxide. This is good for the environment, considering these are all atmospheric pollutants which decrease air quality and increase the greenhouse effect, which is somewhat called global warming or climate change. These pollutants, or specifically nitrous oxides, can cause tropospheric ozone as well. This is ozone in the troposphere, which causes This is ozone in the troposphere that can cause irritation to the respiratory system as well as to the eyes and potentially lead to certain cancers. Another big positive of electric vehicles is not having to pay for gas. As we all know, gas prices have been steadily rising in America and are close to reaching $5 a gallon, maybe even $6. With an electric vehicle and the price per kilowatt hour that it would take to charge that electric vehicle remaining relatively stable, the price it would take to charge your car for a month is almost 1/3 of that it would take to fill your car up however many times you do in the same amount of time. This is not only an environmental investment, but a financial investment, making electric vehicles both practical for yourself financially as well as practical for the environment. However, with all these positives come some negatives. Fossil fuel emissions still find their way into the realm of electric vehicles. It still takes outside sources of electricity to charge these vehicles using chargers like these. Unless your charger is directly hooked up to some form of renewable power, chances are it comes from an unrenewable energy plant that uses either coal or natural gas. These substances still create and release pollutants into the environment, which goes against the main goal of electric vehicles of cutting down emissions. So, for whatever reduction in emissions that an electric vehicle has, chances are it's being made up for somewhere else down the line by generating the power to actually charge the car. The mining process for the lithium metal that is required to construct the electric motors. This mining process, like so many others, is very destructive to the environment and can cause surrounding ecosystems great harm, leading to a decrease in biodiversity, which somewhat hampers the effects that electric vehicles have, considering that if biodiversity decreases, ecosystem production decreases, meaning less trees and less of other plant species and other organisms taking carbon dioxide out of the air, which is effectively what electric vehicles do in some form by decreasing the emissions of carbon dioxide. I hope today I was able to teach you about both the positives and negatives to electric vehicles. I hope that now you are able to take a step back and think for yourself about whether buying an electric vehicle is the right choice for you. Thank you for your time, and I would like to leave you with one last question. Do you believe that the environmental advantages of electric vehicles outweigh the disadvantages that come along with the production of such vehicles and the powering of these vehicles? Thank you again for your time. I really hope you learned something today.